Officers arrived to the scene, and unbeknownst to them, from what their roommate tells them, is that he found him on the floor like that, and cops had to look at footage just to find this out.
Yeah, cameras in the house. Cameras everywhere.
The following footage has never been seen before. On November 21st, 2024, first responders in Westbrook, Maine answer a call from 47-year-old James Fowler, who found his roommate unresponsive.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Thank you.
Fire, police!
Hey, come on in.
Where is he?
He's right here.
All right. How long has he been down?
He took off last night. He takes off every now and then. And
Okay. Do you mind standing in this room for me so they can work?
59-year-old Robert Seeger lies on the floor of his bedroom, but he isn't just unresponsive. He's gravely injured with multiple fractures to the face.
What happened to his face?
He went out last night and he came back all beat up. I said, let me call the ambulance. And he said, please don't call an ambulance.
Where did he go?
I have no idea, but I found him down by the railroad tracks over here.
This is last night you found him?
No, 2 nights ago.
So, would you happen to know how long he's been like this?
At least 2 days.
No, I mean, right there on the floor.
Now. Just now.
Just now.
Did you hear him fall?
Did I hear him fall?
Yes.
He didn't fall. Not that I know of.
How did he get on the floor?
Because they put me on the 35 and get over the highway.
Okay. So you found him in bed and moved him to the floor? Got it.
Robert is still conscious, but barely clinging to life. And as James fills in the details, something doesn't quite add up.
When did you first notice the injuries to his face?
That night.
That night?
I said, what did you do to yourself? Because I thought he did it to himself. And then he's been picking himself on purpose, picking it up.
What makes you think he might have done his facial injuries to
I
himself?
just said that because he does. That's not related, you know. And then he said he got jumped. He said he got beat up, and I didn't know how much to take stock in or whatever. But he obviously wasn't doing well. Okay. And this kid upstairs got jumped over here on the railroad track, so I didn't necessarily not believe it.
According to James, Robert seemed fine last night, and it even helped him clear out the basement. Aside from some trouble walking up the stairs, there was little to suggest anything was seriously wrong. But as officers struggle to reconcile that story with the severity of Robert's injuries, one of them considers a way to prove his story.
James has access to these cameras.
I think so. He mentioned he sees him coming through this one.
So we can get maybe video and him walking around with the injuries.
Yeah.
This happened Tuesday.
The home security cameras will soon play a critical role in piecing together what happened to Robert. For now, he's rushed to a local hospital for emergency treatment.
Our on-call detective is going to come in. And now that everything's kind of calmed down a little bit, like Officer Eastwood was trying to get information in the moment. Well, I understand, but there's not as much commotion. I understand you're probably still elevated.
Absolutely.
But if you're good with it, he's going to want to kind of sit down and get an absolute timeline as best as he can recall.
I almost died, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I mean. I didn't want to be dead. I want a dead person. And not to mention, I don't want to be dead. I didn't even realize how much love the guy is still not. Just my cold heart, you know.
James speaks at length about Robert, whom he's known for over a decade. For most of that time, James has been in a relationship with Robert's sister, Teresa. According to James, Teresa recently moved away, causing Robert to fall into a depressed state. James quickly took on the role of his caretaker.
I said, you are my brother. I got you. You just rest. I said, I got you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was bad, saying to rest, because I needed him to fight. But I just said, don't worry. I'll make sure you get fed. I'm going to take good care of you. Don't ever worry. Just make sure you come back.
Robert's sister Teresa then joins the conversation by speakerphone. But as she and James discuss Robert's recent struggles, suspicion only grows.
How you doing? Are you okay?
I'm working on it.
Let's see.
I'm okay.
I did beg him to eat. Yes, I did.
But
That's
you
gonna work.
stuck it out. You said, no, I'm going to stick it out.
And then he was starving to death on his own.
Despite their concerns, starvation wouldn't explain the severe injuries to Robert's face. When asked again how Robert sustained his injuries, James repeats the story that Robert was jumped near the railroad tracks, but this time he adds a new theory of his own.
Again, I don't know how to take how much is true, how much isn't. He's clearly hurt.
Yeah.
But did he go and ram himself against a tree? I don't know. You know what I mean? Is it possible? Yeah, it absolutely is.
But as officers look around, they find unsettling evidence.
There's splatter. Yeah. That's that blood splatter. There's behind the rocking chair.
Some of it's like black dark dust, like debris, but there is a red spot in that larger spot that you're taking a picture of, and it looks like it's
James and Teresa are each interviewed separately, and their accounts of the night Robert was injured will soon be tested against critical evidence. For now, investigators speak to an acquaintance of both Robert and James, who describes the latter as anything but a caregiver.
I didn't like him right away. He's, I don't know, he's like always pissed off. I would say he's definitely a narcissist. Like, I thought I'd met narcissists before in my life, but he's definitely the guy who, as soon as he wakes up, never stops talking. It's always about how great he is about everything. He treats his girlfriend like he preys on these people.
As investigators dig deeper, they realize that police have interacted with Robert several times. What they see when they review the footage would quickly lead to a tense confrontation with James.
I saw the Westbrook Police Department interacted with Robbie a month ago, October 22nd, 2024. And the way he's talking, like he's terrified of you in that video.
1 month earlier, Westbrook officers responded to an altercation between James and Robert on a public street. One officer was quick to notice that Robert had a black eye.
Do you want rescue for your face?
No, I'm good.
When did that happen?
Last night.
Last night?
Yes.
Okay. What happened to cause that?
Just not answering. I didn't hear him and I didn't answer, and both of us got kind of ticked off.
So are you guys long-term friends, or how do you know him?
I've known him for about 13, 14 years, somewhere about there.
So you typically hang out and no issues, or are there always issues?
Sometimes it just me not showing respect, that's all.
What do you mean by not showing respect?
Well, not answering him promptly when he asked me a question.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Do you
it.
think his response is appropriate?
Well, I know that not answering him is uncalled for, and I just didn't think of it at the time because I was kind of sleepy, and that's basically it.
Robert told the officers he just wanted to go to a homeless shelter for the night to get some distance from James. But James interjected, and Robert quickly changed his mind.
All right. Go to the shelter, Robbie? Is that what you want? You want to leave your house here?
No, I don't.
I'm not your dad. I'm not nobody. I'm not making these choices.
No, I don't want to leave my house.
What happened to your face?
After reviewing the past encounter, the detective can't help but draw concerning parallels.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like a battered wife, like a domestic violence person who's in a domestic violence situation. He was terrified of you.
He wasn't terrified of me. He loved me.
But the detective isn't finished, because this wasn't the only encounter.
I saw a video. He walked in that lobby in June of 2024.
Yes.
Okay? Again, his eyes are up. And he said that his roommate...
He has raccoon eyes all the time, so I don't know if that's what you saw or what.
5 months earlier, Robert walked into a police station seeking help, and his face bore strikingly similar markings.
So what can I help you with?
Well, me and my roommate, we got into an argument, and for me disrespecting him, so to speak, and he said, well, you know, basically he threw me out, and I don't have anywhere to go, and I don't know of any place to stay or anything like that.
Did you guys get into a physical altercation?
No.
Just curious, because I see that you have bruising on your eyes and everything like that.
I walked into a door.
You walked into a door? Okay.
Yeah.
He was asked about it, and he gave this story about walking into a doorknob or something because he was terrified of you.
He said because he was terrified of me, he walked into a doorknob?
I'm saying because I could see it. I could see it on his face. I could see it on his face on that video a month ago, and I could see it on his face.
All right, see what's happening. Robbie plays the victim stance all the time.
Robert told the officer that James kicked him out of his apartment. When asked whose name is on the lease, Robert confirmed that it's just his own name.
So how did he kick you out of your own apartment?
I know it sounds stupid, but I didn't want to get into any physical altercation or anything like that.
Then all you have to do is call us.
Well,
and we get there, and then we could help you guys hash it out, and then you don't have to leave your apartment.
I think it's beyond hashing out, honestly.
Because he can't. If your name's on the lease, and if his name's not on the lease,
well,
then
he helps me pay my bills sometimes.
I hear you. I understand that.
But I don't want to get into any kind of physical or altercations with him. I just want to get the heck. I just want to get myself reestablished and get the heck out of Maine, so to speak. No offense to the state.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
I just want to leave. Period.
Yep.
You know.
We'll see if we can get in contact with the shelter, or see if we can figure something out with your apartment and everything like that.
Well, I really don't feel like going back to the apartment because I know it's going to be.
Are you like fearful for your own personal safety with him and stuff like that? Is that
kind of, sort of, you know?
Kind of, sort of. Okay.
But honestly, I'm done. I'm done with it. You know, after 5 years, I'm done.
Following this encounter, Robert called his sister for help getting away from James for the night. But it's his own sister who would later play a shocking role in keeping the truth of his injuries away from investigators. As the interview with James continues, the detective draws a conclusion that leaves him on edge.
Let me ask you this. Did he have any friends? Any women in his life, romantic?
Never.
Did he ever have visitors come see him?
No, the only person he ever saw was his doctor.
Okay. It's just you and him in that world, dude. And he was beat up. So I know you hit him at some point.
Okay. And if I did, right, or whatever, and it seems to me like you guys are trying to find something.
I'm not trying to find anything but the truth.
Right.
Though James adamantly denies ever laying a hand on Robert, investigators spoke with a witness whose account contradicts his claim.
So did you ever see him give him a black eye, or you just know that?
Yeah.
You saw him hit him?
Yeah. I just minded my business, so, you know what I mean? It wasn't my business.
Right, yeah, no.
I mean, he was like his little house, I guess. One time they were standing there and they got an argument, he popped him in the face and gave him a black eye. And then, like, when they were arguing, he wouldn't stop and he just, like, grabbed a hold of him and choked him.
In addition, she says that James would constantly monitor Robert when he was alone, never allowing him out of his sight.
And he had cameras in the house. Cameras everywhere in that house. And he would, like, set them up and see what he was doing and listen to him. And
how would he, do you remember how he would monitor that?
on the phone.
On his phone?
Yeah. Yeah, he was, like, psycho about the cameras.
It's these cameras that would reveal the truth and ultimately lead to his downfall. As the case continues, investigators learn that Robert has tragically succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. Determined to uncover the truth of what led to his death, they question Robert's sister, Teresa.
I'm guessing that you've spoken with the hospital?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, me too. You know, there's so much that, you know, I didn't know about.
Okay.
If I would have known, I would have made sure that he kept up with himself.
According to police records, Teresa claims the hospital told her that her brother had died from a heart attack, along with kidney and liver failure. But detectives know the truth is far worse. After attending Robert's autopsy, investigators confront James with the evidence.
I will tell you this. They did an autopsy on him.
Good.
Okay. And he was beat up bad. Physically beat up bad. He was assaulted bad. Bad. Okay? And it's just you and him in his life. Now, taking care of somebody like you're describing sounds frustrating as hell.
It does.
And if you told me that you tagged him every now and then, I don't know if I'd blame you. Okay? But what I'm telling you is there's a difference between getting mad and cranking somebody every time that sometimes it might deserve it, and intentionally wanting to kill somebody. There's no other person from where I sit right here Unless I
That's
hear a
true.
logical explanation that would have inflicted those injuries on him other than you.
How can a punch cause all that?
I don't think it was a punch, dude.
That's ridiculous.
This is more than a punch.
Robert suffered multiple facial fractures, including breaks to his nose, cheekbone, the roof of his mouth, and his left eye socket. According to a press release, Robert's cause of death was blunt force trauma injuries, and the manner of death was ruled a homicide. As investigators try to determine whether James is capable of murder, someone who knew him makes a deeply disturbing allegation.
Would you put it past him to have an anger so bad that he would kill somebody?
No, I know for a fact he killed his dog.
Oh, that's so sad.
He claims that the dog was not listening to James, and as a punishment, James tied the dog up in the shower with no slack in his leash. When James returned, the dog was dead.
That is so sad.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. So yeah, I think he could definitely kill a person.
With James clinging to his denials, investigators turned to the evidence they found in his apartment.
Do you have any explanation on how there's so much blood on that wall, both sides near that chair in the corner near the TV?
Picking himself.
It wouldn't be
It's
picking.
consistent with like blood coming out of a body.
Blunt force trauma at medium velocity, I think is what they explained it as.
Right.
Blunt force? You mean with a weapon?
Not necessarily a weapon.
Okay.
Just getting
Yeah,
punched.
no.
Getting punched.
Slap.
All I'm going to tell you is that I would not do that to Rob. You understand? I would not do that to Rob.
Well, if there's blood sprayed all over the wall.
Then I understand you're going to believe what you want to believe. I'm telling you, he picks himself a lot. And it was to the point where
I'm telling you that's not from picking, but...
Okay.
Something else that officers saw at the crime scene left them convinced there was more to the story than they'd been led to believe.
I've seen the bleach containers in that. Yeah, I took pictures of that. You see the blood as well? Yeah.
What about the bleach bottles in your house?
I cleaned.
Was it because... Did you buy that to clean up the blood?
No. Buy what? What bleach bottles?
The bleach. Empty bleach.
No, they're old. They've been there forever. And Robbie's usually the one that mops the floor upstairs.
I need an explanation, dude, because from right now it looks like you beat the out of this guy to kill him.
I certainly am not going to go to jail over something I didn't do, over my brother dying.
Fortunately for detectives, they don't need a confession to expose the harrowing truth. Instead, they turn to the home security footage and compare what they see and hear on camera to the accounts that both Teresa and James first shared regarding Robert's injuries. The night police were called to the apartment, James told investigators that Robert was clearly injured, and he spoke to him with concern.
I'm like, I'm your brother, bro. You don't have to worry. I said, if you're really hurting or whatever, I said, I'm going to call an ambulance. You just wait right there. I said, you relax.
However, the home security footage tells a completely different story.
Can you just get up and start moving? Just don't give up. Just keep trying, dude. You'll be all right, I promise.
In the footage, James is speaking over the phone with Robert's sister, Teresa.
The fact is, I don't control Robbie. Only when he pisses me off. And right now, I don't feel like beating him in the head no matter what. And that's on me. You know, I can beat him later. I don't need to beat him right now. You know, why waste my time even on the guy? I'm all set.
James tried to call the ambulance, and Rob said no. I heard that myself because we were on the phone talking, and I heard that myself. Rob said, no, I don't want to go to the hospital.
Listen, I don't want the police in the ambulance here. We all know what his problem is. He hasn't eaten any today. And he's probably just being a big baby, but I'm going to have to go give in.
My brother was a stubborn, prideful man. He wouldn't ask for help.
According to James, he leapt into action once he went to check on Robert and saw that he wasn't breathing.
I'm trying to feel for a pulse. And I can't tell if it's my pulse, his pulse, whose pulse. I immediately panicked.
And he says, Rob, please wake up, Rob. And he realized he wasn't breathing, and he tried mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
I should have just left him alone. I can't tell if he's breathing or not. Yeah, but if he's not, what do I do?
Check his stomach. Is it going up and down?
I just hope you're still breathing. I could call him and say he just got beat up. I just got him home and now he won't wake up.
James can then be seen walking through the kitchen carrying what appears to be a hammer or mallet.
But we're already talking about it being not be, because he's got marks from me on him.
Gotta call the ambulance, James.
You're right, I do. Okay, get up there. See if you're still breathing. See, when he sat up, he wasn't doing good. He really couldn't get up.
Their conversation continued even after the police left the apartment.
First of all, you guys is this going to be an investigation. So here's the deal. If Rob ends up dying, they're going to try to get me for manslaughter. You see the blood all over the kitchen beds from a long, long time ago. The place was all cleaned up and everything.
Less than 2 weeks after Robert's death, officers secure a warrant for James's arrest and call him from outside his apartment.
Hey, James, it's Connor with the state police again. How are you?
Well, I haven't in there.
Okay. Hey, so I came over to the apartment. I'm out in the parking lot. Would you mind just coming out and chatting with me tonight? My schedule's so whacked. I just need to chat with you tonight.
I can give you a thought, maybe a minute or two. I mean,
Can I get like 3 minutes of your time?
I can give you what I can give you.
All right.
I'll run up there. Hang on.
That's fine. All right, I'm right in the lot. It's freezing out.
Moments later, James is outside, meeting them face to face.
Hey, here's the deal. All right, I'm going to take you into custody, okay?
Okay.
Hey, put your hands on your back, all right? Yep. I'm not being rough. I just need you to put your hands on your back for me.
Okay. Teresa, you're taking me in, honey. Can you hear me?
So you're under the arrest for the murder of Robert Siegel.
Murder?
You're under the arrest for the murder of
One in custody.
Following his arrest, they lay the truth bare for Teresa, who makes her stance clear.
James beat up Robbie. Okay.
No, James did not beat up Robbie.
No. I'm telling you, okay? James beat up Robbie.
I don't believe that.
And has been beating him up for quite a period of time. James, excuse me.
I don't believe that.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I don't believe that.
I know it's hard for you to believe, and I know it's not what you want to hear.
I know he didn't. James and I were on the phone constantly.
Probably wanted me to go to prison. He'd rather die than go to prison. So there's a good chance. Oh, so you already know that. So there's a good chance that I would be in trouble with this.
Teresa tells the detective that her brother was no angel and that caring for him was a burden on both her and James.
Rob made our lives a living hell.
But for the detective, the truth is, and always has been, written on Robert's face.
I think he made James mad, and he suffered for it. Ultimately, he's the real victim here.
According to court documents, James Fowler was charged with depraved indifference murder. He later accepted a deal, pleading guilty to the reduced charge of manslaughter, as well as an additional count of cruelty to animals. He was sentenced to a total of 30 years in prison with 8 years suspended, plus 3 years of probation. James sent a letter to the judge in December of 2025, stating that his sentence was too harsh for what he was charged with and requesting post-conviction relief. Robert's sister Teresa was not charged with any crimes in relation to this case. Watch our